Hey guys, what's up? It's La, coming back to ya with another episode of Car Rides with Schla, and yo, what is going on? Hold the phone, man. We're already dealing with this? Like, seriously, man. Seriously, man. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Yo. This is weird. This is so weird, man. My window's all fogged up. How do I remedy this? This is a legit holdup. I mean, luckily I got all these bags. I got these bags that, like, I put my... Yo. Because I've tried using my fingers before, but that don't work. That just puts a bunch of smudges on the window. That's not really helping, but it's clearing up enough. Well, that's helping there, yeah. Yeah, wow, that's weird. I guess we just driving on Low-Viz today. Low-Viz driving. I guess it got cold enough or something. But I don't really think... What I think is it probably got hot enough. And there was like a weird temperature switch or something. Because, yeah, this is just weird. Alright. Sorry about that. To explain, there's just a lot of condensation on the inside of my windshield, and so I guess I really should just have a rag in here, a car rag or a window rag, because it legitimately would be useful for times like this. So I need to get some rags. But this is really not good. This is not a good situation. Because I can't see anything, dude. It's really not... I need inside wipers. I think it's starting to clear up. I mean, I put the defroster on. I'm not sure how much that helps fluid, but at least now it does look clearer than it did. Yeah, I don't know. Mysterious, very mysterious. Mysterious things are happening. And I need that car rag. That should be the moral of the story title of the episode. Get a car rag. That way I can remember. Alright, so we finally gonna get to some dialogue, because I definitely have stuff to say in terms of the 4 minutes in. I actually did have a VC with some people last night, and I stayed up a little bit, but I think there's two issues at play. First of all, and I don't think I mentioned this, because I must have found out about it completely on the weekend, but I found a music player that speeds up properly, so it kind of nullifies the need to buy that mini PC. And there could have been some kind of reason for that, like that I didn't end up getting it because I'm kind of thinking it would be a waste of money. And then I'm pretty sure I already explained the Micro PC2 is actually probably a better product for me, but I'm a little bit upset. It doesn't have as much potential, obviously, because it's substantially weaker, but it's probably a better product for me. You know, yeah, we're cleared up now. I think my window's looking good. So, mainly because it's smaller. It's even smaller, and I don't like. I love the performance, but I don't really need it. It's also not really as good of a value, I suppose, because if you think about it, it's just like not as good of a value, like in terms of a value proposition. The other one is a more, because this one's a little bit cheaper, but it's not really worth it because the display is only 60 hertz. It's smaller. Display's smaller. The other one has like a larger display. It's 144 hertz. It's a higher resolution, and it's only a little bit more expensive. So the value's not there, but I honestly think for me, considering the fact that I don't really do that much stuff, like I always obsess over the performance and wanting like a really high performance, but the truth is that I don't really need it. And I kind of realized that. Like, I have all this very expensive hardware, and I don't need it. Like, I don't really do anything that requires speed, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I just wanted it for snappiness and usability, because I've noticed that before, how weaker CPUs are not responsive when it comes to just navigating UI and quick clicking things. There's a lot of lag. Like I said, even in and around Discord, there's lag. But anyways, this neutron, I think it's called, I can't remember. I keep getting it mixed up if it's neuron or neutron. Yeah, I must be getting old, because I never had issues with that stuff when I was younger. And now, like, I always got names, bullseye correct. And that's just pretty sad that I'm not remembering what it is, but my first guess is neutron and my second guess is neuron. I mean, it's not my fault they picked like a really confusing name, Alright. So yeah, and I finally found a music player that does the sped up. Now, it's really cumbersome. It's designed terrible. It looks hideous. It looks ugly. It's really difficult to navigate, although I'm kind of getting used to it now. And the worst part is it's very annoying to get to the tempo adjustment quickly. Like, it's like a long hold tap. So you have to like tap and hold, but it's a pretty long time. And I don't like that, because I want to be able to quickly just tap something to get into the tempo adjustment. And you can't really do that. So, not too good. Obviously, I guess I will dig through the app and learn. There could be a way to customize the UI a little bit better, but I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't, because of how ugly it looks. I don't really know that they were putting a lot of thought into it, but I do think it's a good quality player, and so it's surreal to finally have that on my phone. I just have to get my offline music collection a little bit better organized, because right now it's not, and it's just a mess, and I have to organize it, but it's at least on there. I think I have like 1,000 something songs. And yeah, the reason why you might wonder why I'm bringing this up in regards to last night and sleep, but I really think I've found the addiction, like the true addiction is this. If I had this all these years, it's just so stimulating to me to be able to speed up the music in a high quality way. It's so stimulating and exciting. I almost feel like I never get bored. And it's a little bit dangerous. It's funny too, because nobody else cares, but I think it's got to be because my brain or something is like more responsive to that kind of stuff. because I always just loved it. And I feel like I may have found my bread and butter. Well, it's not really my bread and butter, it's my opiates. is my opiates, like, because everybody else, like, they'll just be satisfied parking them in front of TikTok, but that really has not been an option for me. And I think this tempo adjustment of music genuinely is. So not only was I up kind of later in a VC, which was a pretty fun VC, which I haven't had in a while. Not only was that the case, but then afterwards, I just couldn't go to sleep because I just got all the music from my computer to my phone, and I just couldn't go to sleep at that rate. I mean, that, that's just no good. I just had to do it, and it was too addicting and stimulating to not. And so, yeah, I don't know. That was just what I ended up doing. I ended up fooling with the music for a little bit because I was just too excited. And that's what I'm saying, that's rare, because there's not really, I mean, this whole time, all these months, I've never, like, wanted to do something and then stayed up late as a result of that. I'm very good about going to bed, and, like, nothing really impresses me that much. Like, I'm always saying this. It's like nothing really, it's easy for me to have a good sleep schedule because I just don't, like, I just go to bed. Nothing is really that good to me besides maybe a VC with other people. Like, that's the only thing that's really strong enough. I can't even imagine that technology alone is enough for me to stay up. You know what like, it's just not. I mean, it was when I was younger. Oh, my box just fell. You guys are probably thinking, like, what does that mean? A box just fell. It's the box that I put my microphone in a box. Remember I was going to do walk switch law? I honestly, it's just so cumbersome. In the car, it's not really that cumbersome because you have, like, you're, like, sitting down, it's super easy. But when you're going outside, it's like a ton of stuff to carry, and I'd need, like, a backpack at all times, but then that's cumbersome as well, so it doesn't really solve the problem, does it? But yeah, so I don't really remember what we were talking about. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so, like, that was, back in the day, I used to be able to, like, stay up watching YouTube, but it kind of got to the point where I don't even want to do that. Like, it's not good enough. YouTube is not, there's nothing good about it. Like, I'd rather just go to sleep. It's just too boring, When I was a child, though, that wasn't the case. And that's what I'm saying, like, I miss when technology would really, like, grip me. But the reason why that happened, I think, is because my brain, it just, again, it needed too much stimulus. And this tempo adjustment with the music is, I think it could be that thing that is, it's just so good and important for me. So it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to have something that I actually like to do that much, because, of course, I mean, it's a healthy sign and a good sign that I have probably the most consistent sleep schedule of anybody I know, and that's very healthy and very impressive. But I I don't like how I kind of deal with a depression about things. Like I don't even really want to do anything a lot of the time. Like it's very difficult for me to do things because nothing really. But this tempo speed thing, that is really good. I just wish there was a better way to do it. And I blew $10 on this app, by the way. Blew $10 on the app, which is like, I don't know, kind of crazy, I guess. It seems kind of crazy to me, like, because it's not great. It's just because it does this one thing so well, I just had to get it. But it is what it is. I don't like buying digital things, but it's just like, what can you do? I don't know. At least it's not a subscription, you know. That's the stuff that I hate. How many apps are like that. There's so many apps I've like opened and it's just a subscription, and I'm like, oh my gosh, give me a break. Give me a break. Like, oh my goodness. What happened to the good old days? Like this, it's just no more subscription. All right, what were we doing? What were we at? Sorry, that just happens. I just get a burst of thoughts and then my mouth shuts because it changes the topic. Basically, like, changes the topic. So, yeah, in my head it changes the topic and I just start thinking in a burst. Alright. So yeah, it was hard for me to sleep for some reason because I felt very stimulated. Not only by the VC, but by the just the excitement of this sped up thing. So I don't think my sleep score will be perfect because I've been getting in the 90s every night because iOS is the sleep score now. I'm usually low 90s, high 80s, but I have a feeling that I was really pushing it last night. Which again, it's unusual because it's been months since I've had. That's probably like was the hardest it was to fall asleep in a long time. I'm usually like very good at sleeping, so interesting. But anyways, I woke up kind of late, and I honestly feel like I'm in a bit of a depression. So. Because I didn't run at all on the weekend. I was just like really lazy, and yeah, it's kind of sad and a shame. I can't really put my finger on it, but I do think it's accurate to say that I'm just kind of in a depression. Like I have these up and downs, but it's just weird. Like this morning I really did not wake up on the right side of the bed. It was very funky. And yeah, I just woke up late. But like I said, me waking up late, it doesn't really change anything unless it's like severely late. 'Cause first of all, I do probably have the most consistent wake averages of anybody I know. Some days I have like a random wake up way too early day, but that's not usual. And I from my just understanding people are actually atrocious when it comes to their wake time. I know so many people who like to sleep in and just casually do that all the time. Like, I don't even do a lot of that stuff. My sleep cycle is just I mean, if there's one thing I'm gonna say I'm better than other people at, it's probably just the sleep. I mean, the diet, it's probably the case, but I eat carnivore, so it's not, I feel like there's debate to that, but there's no debate about sleep. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that I get good sleep is very just, I don't know anybody who gets as good sleep. And yeah, the crazy thing is I don't even have to sleep like much. Like, I know people who have to sleep like a long time. And I don't know if it's depression or what it is, or just getting into a bad habit, but I usually, I don't even sleep 8 hours. I sleep like 7 point something, but it's probably closer to 7. It's closer to 7 than 8, and some days it's like a little under 7. And I don't push it or force it. I just feel like that's my natural thing. I don't know. I guess it's possible I could feel better on more, but I don't typically feel drawn to that. I mean, I think I took a nap on the weekend for a super short period of time. Like, it may have been like 30 minutes, but that's kind of it. Like, I don't really, like, I feel good. Like, I feel rested. I feel like I get enough sleep with the sub 8 hours. So, but I mean, they recommend 7 to 9. So if I'm getting 7, it's at the bottom of that, but I don't know. I feel pretty good. Now, would I feel better with 8? I guess it's possible, but I'm just, again, like, even on the weekends, my body just doesn't do it. I'm just not doing 8. It just seems like very difficult to pull off. So I'm just not doing it. I don't know. Is what it is, right? But yeah, I think about it sometimes. I would on it at this point, like when I was manic, if you remember, I was pushing it down to like 5 or 6 a night. And that, sadly, I'm not able to do, because I could absolutely tell that, okay. I could absolutely tell, like, I can't. I mean, I don't know. I really wanted to have the short sleeper gene, and maybe it's possible through conditioning, but I know that wasn't good. Like, I could tell that was not good. Like, I really need the 7. The 7 is good for me, but the 6, it's not. That was not working. I mean, it was, but I need a lot of, I think I've explained this before. That's kind of the thing with health, is I think happiness masks a lot of health. And that's kind of one of the issues with me, is I think so logically about things that it's difficult for me to just be emotionally happy. Whereas other people could do something ignorant, but if it brings you joy, it masks a lot of health. It genuinely does, because when I was motivated to be waking up like that, I did. And again, when I go on vacation and my family's on the same house, when we like rent a place out and there's a lot of people, I'm around, like, it's motivating. I don't know. I'm always up. I'm always alert. And it's amazing. Like, usually on the vacations, I'm only sleeping like 6 hours a night or something. And it's just natural. Like, it feels fine. I think happiness masks a lot of health conditions. Same with diet too. Like, I think somebody eating, like, and this is not to say that I'm always a strong proponent of people discount it way too much. Like, I know so many people who just, like, blow off and, oh, diet doesn't matter, oh, exercise doesn't matter. And a lot of these people would genuinely feel a million times better. They just have to do those things, and they're just not for some reason. Because with me, that's like the thing you have to remember is, I mean, I'm not lifting weights, and I know that would help. And I'm not even running because I wanted to get into that, but again, like, I'm having a real lazy stretch because I just feel like so tired of things, and yeah, it's very, very rough. You know, it's not a good situation. Yeah, I'm just very, very tired of things, so. Yeah, I'm trying to think what was my thinking with this stuff? See, I don't even know. What was I thinking? Because I felt I was really making a good point that I was kind of like, it was alive. It wasn't really a reflective conversation. It was like a live convo. And, yeah, I don't know. Not really sure what I was thinking. Can't believe these people do this kind of stuff. Like, this guy was like in a motorcycle too, like looking at me. And they're like not even, it's just so silly. It's a 55 speed limit. Like, I'm not crazy. It's like people don't even know that. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird that just happened. He like stopped. Anyways, I was really on something, but I guess it was meant to be that I wasn't going to finish that thought. I guess I'm going to have to remember this episode and remember that there was something very important during it, because yeah, I don't know. That's really strange. I guess it was, again, like I said, it was meant to be that. Well, I know we were, okay, I'm getting it back, or at least, I don't know if this was what I was exactly talking about, but we were talking about how happiness masks health. So, like, somebody who's happy, but probably eats junkier, they genuinely still may be in more health. And so that's kind of the issue with me, is that it's just so difficult for me to just be happy, and so I think it impacts my health a lot, even though I'm probably genetically and materially very healthy and very fortunate for that, because most people can't even do what I do, even with, like, that's basically what I'm saying is, me depressed, I still think is just better than, like, the average person. Not in terms of enjoyment or happiness, but in terms of function. Because I think an average person could be happier than me pretty easily. But in terms of, like, you know, I still wake up on time, I still go to work, even though I feel the way I do. I think most people, if they felt like me, would not be working, would not, they just wouldn't even. That's just what I'm saying. Like, people just, to me, that's what it seems like. Like, whereas my function is very high, but I'm saying the pain is still there. It's just, it's different and it's mental and it's not, but I don't like have issues waking up or things like that. Whereas I know a lot of people who do, where it's like, they just have their thing is just waking up in the morning, you know? But like for me, that's easy. That's not the problem. It's like mental. So, and then obviously when I'm manic, it's even, I'm even crazier. Like, I'm surviving on even less sleep, and I'm even happier and more excited than other people because I see it. I even think in a lot of ways, even when I'm not manic, I can sometimes just be happier and more excited about things than a lot of people. You know, I tend to be quite talkative. I tend to have a lot to say when I'm around people who I feel like I really mesh with and stuff. And I witness people that is not usually the case. Like, usually people will not really have that much to say. And, I mean, maybe they're happy, but it seems like not a lot's going on. And usually I'm kind of the life of the party when I need to be. Now, some people may hear say that and say, what? Like, you're some, like, quiet... Because I have two sides. Like, some people just know me as this quiet guy because it's hard for me to open up. But then other people know me as, like, the craziest life of the party, like, you know. And, yeah, it's just... It's weird how I embody both of those things. Like, the stern person, but also I think I party the hardest. And I think I was always told that, just like the loudest and but it's been so few and far between since I've even been able to have fun like that, just because people my age are not, they need to be banned from using, well, it's, you know, I say banned from using TikTok or Instagram, but I think the real problem is that they just get too distracted with it. Like, I don't even... It's like their brains can't really handle it properly. And so that's why they should be banned from it. But I'm saying, like, I don't think that's... It's the problem is the brain, you know? The brain is not... Yeah, some of these people really get mad at me, man. I just can't believe it. Like, he honked hard. He honked hard and, like, really cut me close, but... It's just, like, crazy. There's no reason to drive like that. I don't like it. I'm telling you, if everybody drove like me, there'd literally be no accidents. Like, they just would never even... I don't think they would happen. It's, like, really weird. I guess, again, like I said, I'm just that much more patient. I think it's because of what I've been through, to tell you the truth, because I've explained, like, to me, I feel like I'm always waiting and waiting and waiting on people, on life, on things, like, so my patience meter, it's just so high, because it's like, so when I'm driving a car, I'm like, oh yeah, if I get to work 2 minutes later, but I save, like, a little bit of gas, like, I'm just going to do that. Because to me, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I know it's negligible in the grand scheme of things. I know. But that's not the point. The whole point is, like, I'm not in a rush anyway. So why? That's, like, what the point is. I'm not going to be in a hurry regardless. So if I know something gives me just a little bit extra mile per gallon or whatever, it's like, okay, I'll just do that. You know, it just seems it's a calmer driving experience. It's a huge difference going 50 instead of 60. Huge difference. I honestly think 60 is still relatively, 50 is still relatively chill. I honestly think it's really once you get to like 60 that things are kind of crazy, and then, of course 70. Of course, I used to go 70. Like, I used to be like one of those people. But not really anymore. I think I only go 80 on like long trips, but that still depends, because when I can, you usually hit traffic on some point at some point, and I usually check the thing, and if that's the case, then I just don't bother, because it doesn't really make a difference. But if it's like, whoa, I'm getting horrible light luck, but that's actually fine, because today's Monday. I'm actually making like a really good time. I didn't think I would be. I didn't think I would be making good time. And Monday, because it's a late, I'm staying late. So, I don't know why we shifted down to second. That's kind of stupid. I don't know why my car did that. I think because there was like a slight incline or whatever, so it just calculated that made more sense. I don't really know. Weird and stupid. But yeah, I feel weird. I didn't even get to talk about my new hydroflask. I got the Trail Series stainless steel, and I was worried because it's narrower and taller, although if I had to imagine, it's still overall less bulky. But I don't know why on earth they would do that, but they made it narrower and taller. I don't know. I'm assuming it's just because, like, for the trail or something, maybe it makes more sense. I really have a hard time understanding what their, like, reasoning was or whatever, because they should just have, like, universal sizes. I don't know. I was thinking, it would be very interesting if somehow, some way, it was like a thing with, what am I even saying? We're at work. What am I talking about? Yeah, we're good. Shut this sucker off. Shut this puppy off. Yo, it just crashed. Yo, that could have cost me a minute. That could have cost me yeah, yo. That's crazy. Maybe it didn't, but it would have been tight, but I can't believe that. Can't believe this thing crashed. Yeah, I said I made good time, but it kind of looks like I didn't even make good time, so that's weird. That's super weird. That noise is super obnoxious. Yeah, I don't know. I feel, anyways, I was worried that it was going to fit in my car differently. But it doesn't. It's actually all good. It actually fits even better. interestingly enough. So, yeah, we have, like, no reason to not have this trail series. It's much better. It's much better. Yeah, I'm doing weird, man. I just don't know what's up with me. And it's a long day today. But the rest of the week, it will be easier. The rest of the week will be easier. But today, at least today I have my music, though. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. What am I stalling for, man? Let's just get in there and get this job over with. No, I'm joking. I'm just saying something someone stupid would say. That wasn't coming from my heart. That wasn't coming from my real heart. You know, that wasn't coming from that. Well, it's another day, isn't it? It's just another day, but yeah, it fits even better. Yeah, that's a good design. Very good design. Alright. It's been schla, but now it's time to buy schla. So, see you schla.